mission is still the same. The goal is still the same. You are one map away from the trophy, one map away from the Intergrand Slam.
Seems easy, right? And already conversations on the timeline about how there's never been a reverse sweep on LAN, never in the history, especially not with the Intel Grand Slam also on the line. Faze feel the pressure and Cloud9 bring the pace.
Yeah, do Cloud9 feel like big boys on LAN up to the task of a reverse sweep? They've traded evenly in this round to find a 4v4 post plant. Hobbit holding for the rotate down the lane, gets the info on one. Doesn't know about that second man in Rops. But he's just playing to delay. He's playing to waste as much time as he can. Wins one of these fights. Rops has made steps. Hobbit knows he's getting pressured, but he's doing it all right now. The gift. Hobbit nails, shot off the shot. And Rain, as good as he's been in these pistol rounds, a 1v3 from here, asking far too much. Hobbit rip-roaring opener to this fourth map.
This is perfection from Hobbit. It doesn't get any better than this. He has got everything in the move he just did. It's information gathering, it's patience, it's waiting for the CTs to come close distance with your Glock, and then the 3 headshots. Man, that was beautiful.
Yeah, and Hobbit, you know, he's been a crucial player, right? We always talk about Shira and Axel. How can you not on this team when they take all the attention, right? Obviously, in Pro League alone, they're second and third. Hi, if you're doing that, you have to win the map. FaZe don't have that backpack. Rops could change the tide, though, with a couple of well-placed Ds. He's found one.
Oh, but they swing him together. They don't want to give him this. Brokey will ring out with one more in the meantime. And Twist up close. Helped out by Brokey. It's left to the 1v1. Rain on the other side, moving through Donut. Buster taps on the bomb, expecting a CT plant, and that's too easy for Rain. In these clutches, FaZe stand tall time and time again. And I think that was, you know, the X factor that started to drop off towards the end of Mirage.
It was there on Inferno, though. Brokey with 3 1v1s, and sure, he even kept that going into Mirage individually, but yeah.
Round 15, right, he puts up that stellar little 1v2 to win another round for FaZe. This, not wasting any time with the pleasantries.
Again,
full focus in this map, and they go 1-for-1 over in middle.
Hey, it's a good realization. Twist was going to do it until they punished him, so finally C9 have a response. Hobbit comes through that smoke with a clear goal in mind, and he does find 1-for-1. Carrigan getting smashed apart at B. Has to pull all the way back, and Brokey's timing to holding red, as long as he stays still, is fine. Oh, shaky. He hits a shot.
He needed that kill. We have a minute and 16 left on the clock, and there is no smoke, no Molotov available for the CT side. So you basically use so much of your assets early on that you need to have something to show for it. You need to have a kid advantage.
On the flip side, Cloud9 have a boatload of utility and weaponry, and they keep putting pressure on FaZe. They've actually forced them out of the bomb site. Rain gets wallbanged and then mollied at default. He had to pull out, and FaZe, they may have low health, but at least they have a man up. Boost going on. This could be nice. Ooh, Carrigan falls back up top, and he can see nothing till they cross the default.
Oh, he saw one jump. He knows he's about to get delivered a kill. That molly falls in behind them.
Wow.
And what a response out of Buster. Cloud9 have just made this a doable spot, but that spam out of Rops complicates things. nafany wasn't ready to be thrust into the 1v2, crosses over to Long, and has this fight to worry about. Wins it to Rops, but is not prepared for Brokey.
He blended in there, didn't he? He blended right into the wall.
I can't get over
goes wide.
how many 1v1s Brokey just looks so calming. Like, look at this guy. He's put up. This is like, what? I think it's his 6th clutch in the series so far. Around about.
Try to isolate the 1v1, and then Brokey just steps back, make sure he's the safety net.
Oh, and they've got another solution again over the top of the smoke. Hobbit gets boosted, and he finds Twist making the same play, crossing over. You almost have to admire the ballsiness of Twist to continue with these actions. Carrigan
Do they know about
has
that?
Also pushed down B, but this is,
I don't think they know. I think nafany has become invincible.
Invincible. We'll have to see if he lives or dies.
This is really spooky.
nafany
nafany doesn't realize it, but like, he is in the position to win this round, to make something magical happen for Cloud9, because suddenly Carrigan's got to have eyes in the back of his head. He can't hold both angles, and so overran. nafany has teed Cloud9 up for this one.
That's a really cheeky play.
That's a round winning move.
And they knew he could get there as well, because once they had the boost up over mid, they just played around Twist, banking on Twist doing the same thing, making the same play, and nafany finds the gap because there's no one lane for FaZe.
So if we are visualizing a chess game now between NaVi and Kerrigan, the last 2 rounds have been NaVi having the upper hand. And I think this round is a strong signal to Kerrigan. Listen, if you're going to keep being that aggressive towards mid, we have already proven to you twice.
Well, they learned their lesson. Hobbit pops himself through the smoke, but Twist blind recovers in time for that kill, and he slinks back himself. 5-on-4, it's all FaZe ever wanted.
Dude, that's wild at a twist. It's like, let's just talk about it, right? If you were kind of saying, it feels like, you know, the message's been received, the aggression's going to fall back a little bit. Hobbit even self-flashes himself through the mid-smoke. Twist was full blind, and he fully commits to that fight. It's just so ballsy. Such a risk. But he makes it worthwhile. And in the cave, that molly to clear out the rat cubby. NaVi needs to check left, and he will. Rain, the caveman, nailed in the head-to-head. Shiro with a missed shot in a donut. You would have loved that to angle.
Oh, that's a great bounce flash as well. He can do nothing about it. Brokey must concede the site. 20 seconds. Flash through the smoke is Rops. He sees nothing. He can't hang around forever. There's a lurk in mid under NaVi, and Rops doesn't know about it. Bomb plant wide, but the smoke fades. They waste their time. 10 seconds, and Rops is in the power position. He can kill this mid flank. No one needs to face. Just Shiro stuck in the mud.
Oh, even getting out with the AWP. He does need to hold on to this. He's going to get out with the AWP just fine. Faze Clan.
Time, of course, on the smoke fading. That's an easy round and a frustrating round to lose for Cloud9.
FaZe naded themselves there as well. Low health early in middle. Twist just fighting gung-ho in the open again. He is stubborn, but he is not getting taught a lesson, or at least he hasn't learned it or everything right now. Will he even catch them? He's lining up nades. They're right behind him. It's a freebie for FaZe, and Twist keeps it going as he sends it into spawn.
And this just feels crazy now. Like, Twist feels like he's teleporting around the map. You just faced him in middle, and now he's pushed through main. He's even hunting all the way into the spawn, but that is a good angle for Shiro, and not one that Twist is anticipating. Rain with the cave hold. Overwhelmed. Suddenly a route opens up for Cloud9 into the B play perhaps. Kerrigan trying to tame the beast in cave. The Buster still remains here. Shiro with a pick up the ramp side, and Brokey starting to feel the pressure. That tag connects, but now he's off the angle. Shiro owns it. That smoke might give Brokey an angle! And so Buster sails Shiro down the river. It's a 1v2 for Buster to complete. Brokey dead, but Rops round in the palm of his hand. And it's another one of these tight 1v1s where FaZe keep their composure.
That was great for Kerrigan as well. He noticed he had an opportunity to not only get a kill, but get info, right? He heard that pin pull, the smoke, and he just swings into cave. Every reaction is perfect for Cloud9. Shiro knows he must be in front of the bomb site because of his teammates chasing Kerrigan down. It's just the timing of Rops' flank is so perfect. Buster was never ready for it. I don't know if this is a misbuy, but we have a sword off for Axile. Meanwhile, Mac-10 runs rampant in middle, and Hobbit makes it up to red as well. They've got a gun. NaVi gets picked by Kerrigan in cave. What the hell is his shotgun meant to do? It's got to be a misbuy. He's playing Deagle over it. Means he has no nades.
This is an incredibly important moment in the game. The force buy that's coming out of Cloud9 right now, whoever gets this has the money for the rest.
Oh, Shiro! Trying to be that man, trying to be the savior of Cloud9. Kerrigan with the backstab, but he's missed the timing. Brokey's going to do this from the temple. They've not paid the respects. They've not paid the respects to Brokey. He's being given room here. Chances to fight. He even goes back, looking for the man in red, looking for the man lost to the smoke, and with Kerrigan picked out of the round, Brokey's getting pincered in the 1v3. They might finally stop this man from clutching. They might finally stop him from winning one of these 1vx rounds. And so Cloud9 with the force buy, keep this competitive.
Blimey.
And now we have to roll back to not this round, but the round prior, where FaZe in a 5 versus 3 kept on pushing, kept on going for the information. Twist, maybe over-eager just a little bit, giving away his life in the T-spawn. You felt like FaZe had everything. They had boxed in Cloud9. Sure, they end up winning the round based on Brokey's great shot, based on Rops' good double lurk. But the reality is, there is no money in the bag. And this is why Cloud9 know, if we put everything we have into this right here and
blocking for FaZe, given how close they got, but not close enough for Twist. He gets his head cut off by NaVi again. This ledge climb works for Cloud9.
walking away with kills, but now like we're kind of tipping that scale to where it almost feels problematic how these opening fights in mid are a consistent source of openers for Cloud9.
They feel the pressure, man. They know they need to make plays, and that's exactly what C9 are banking on.
There's also a tidbit impatient from Kerrigan. If you play against Cloud9, if you 5v4, you can't immediately push, or 4v5 rather, and now the timing from Hobbit's been found. Dobroki is aware, gets killed. Robs with the trade in, with the Emperor Silence, had no idea about Axile.
2 for 1.
Just Rain, one man to do it all. And now that they know he's over at B and they've got control of red, that bomb will not commit in. Cloud9 will not leave anything to chance here. If Rain wants to try the 1v3, he's gonna be just so far away. You know, they'll let him give it a go, but they're not gonna make it easy for him. They've got all the control of red. They say, mate, ball's in your court, go save. And they win this one to numbers alone. So Cloud9 with the equalizer. And this is where, you know, the kind of trepidation around, you know, picking up this Grand Slam for FaZe, this Intel Grand Slam that they've had multiple chances now to secure. This is where I think that pressure starts to float back the other way, right? They're under no illusion that this is the best chance that they've had, the best chance maybe they're ever going to get.
Oh, yeah. The only chance, really, right? Like, we're running out of time. They have 3 shots. They have Rio, and they have Dallas.
That's magnified even more with CS2 right around the corner. You know, this is the final chapter of Global Offensive that we are in now. This is the last chance for guys like Kerrigan, who have had careers spanning across generations of Counter-Strike, to leave that legacy, to feel like you ticked off every major achievement on the list. And you know, that is a lot,
because it's the men against the boys. But now Cloud9 have actually arrived, and they are going through their emotion.
Yeah, that was the case on Inferno, right? Shiro just shut down with 4 kills, you know? Wasn't even a factor.
In for Cloud9, they're a man down. FaZe know about this. They've got everyone here. They've got everything in place to win this round. Now they need to stick the landing.
Wow.
Twist robs the bomb plant. The trades come back. And this was looking good for Faze Clan, but it's turned sour quickly. Hobbit's pressuring the spawn. Will get swung. Cleaned up now. It's left to Axile in this clutch. Bomb plant in, but they're running at him. Wasting no time is Brokey. And he puts FaZe back on the map with a much-needed round, stopping the 5-round streak that Cloud9 were on.
This is still a good T-side, however you slice it, right? 5-round streak in a row for Cloud9. A pistol they didn't convert, but they still get back on track, back on the horse. And they can still win the half with all the money in their pocket.
Like, but just kind of think about it through that lens. You know, in a world where Cloud9 did convert these pistols, like this game is even more one-sided right now. FaZe even had that boost of picking up the 4-spy win, wrecking the money at Cloud9. And in spite of all of that, it's still a tie game. This map, if anything, feels kind of similar to Mirage, and that's not a good sign for FaZe. You've got to hope that this one round they put up here, when they actually have the man advantage, when they feel like they have the when they feel like they have the info, when they're one step ahead and closing it out, you've got to hope that restores a little bit of faith.
This was a 5v3 once again. It's just
a bit of a pace for Nafany. He has been the space creator towards B. He's going to take that mid-fight. Twist finally wins it back. Hobbit does change the game, though. 4v4. Rain pushes through the smoke, and this is just audacious for FaZe right now. They're throwing punches at C9. Nice shot for Brokey. Stops the booster. And now it's a 4-on-2. FaZe can comfortably sit back, stack on B. Cloud9 with lots of util at least.
Dude, FaZe are breathing a sigh of relief right now. They could feel that there was a chance they don't even win out this first half. And, you know, that was from a 6-2 scoreline at one point. The idea that, you know, you were going to end up losing the half to Cloud9 was just too much to bear. And so, finally, you're in this position where you can still do good on an 8-7 scoreline. That might bring him back into it. I mean, with Rain on this angle, Buster will have a shot at the 1v1, but Rain is a real master of his craft in the cave. Don't underestimate him. Oh, Buster! Wow. Nails him! And with Rain dead now, 2-on-3.
They held the scope. They know they're both here.
They know about the AWP, and Brokey's going to try and deal with it. Brokey's being proactive. Oh. They want to try and fight him, and they take that one engagement on the ramp while they've got it. Buster's been quiet for a while now. With that info, he knows that there were a lot of bodies over at B, and even though Twist has started to rotate, Buster still beats him to the bomb site.
He needs a molly in CT or Twist will just run through. There's no reason to respect this play. Twist is just going for it, full send, ending the half, and he finds it through the smoke. FaZe just about clinch out a winning half on Ancient. It could have been better, but it could always be worse. This is the end. This is the chance for it for FaZe, or Cloud9 take us to Anubis after the break.
But they had to stop a 5-round streak that Cloud9 embarked upon. And with the promise of a 5th map, this matchup with a chance to be historic for either team on the results of this map. And a pistol round for FaZe. They've had great success in these. This is one where they would love that history to keep rearing its head.
What a wrestling match we had towards the mid portion of the map, of course, with Twist and the aggression. Now it's going to be interesting to see if Hobbit plays with the same flavor. I anticipate something a little different, but the message will remain the same. Now, I know Lightning never strike twice in the same place, but FaZe was also 8-7 up on the 3rd map, and Kerrigan was at the helm on the T side, and now he's got to figure out the solutions.
Molly is brilliant, but Rain runs through. He doesn't care about fire. He puts it right out, and Shiro puts him down. He's going to keep C9 with this B site for now, but the cave component is coming in. They're going to try and boost up over. This is incredible. They've got an angle, but Brokey sees something over the top, and he drops Hobbit. 4-on-3. FaZe taking space towards Long. They run down C9. It gets a bit awkward in the midst, but they do plant the bomb.
I mean, it's Shiro and Axel in the clutch, right? In the 2-on-3. These are meant to be the guys. And this has to be the time. They've had a couple of failed promises in moments like this. This can't afford to be one of them. You really want this pistol round if you're Cloud9, and Shiro has opened it up. This is meant to be the tag team. This is meant to be the duo. They're on the bomb. Bam, down. Shiro 1v1, and Rops is running for the hills.
He knows.
Shiro on the bomb. Rops coming back around and needed to nail that. Rops is the man to provide.
He might have had it, man, but he wanted the ace. He wanted the kill. He wanted a guarantee that I can stick that package. 4 kills deep for Shiro. It's not enough.
Such an intense fight towards the very end, because technically the timing is enough for Shiro to pull through, and Robs knows it, and still he slows down the pace, and still he gets ready for the 1v1. There aren't that many players at the very top level who are as fight ready as Robs is, and that is one of the most incredible metrics you can have in the game. A player that is almost never caught off guard, always right crosser placement, knowing when the fight is about to happen, and you can see what it means for them. They need that.
They kind of, or at least were supposed to have moved past that hurdle, right? And sure, it's kind of reared its head as of late. But the problem for FaZe has been actually getting to the playoffs more than anything else.
Now they're here. They're doing their best work. Ooh. Oh, careful. A bit of blocking going on.
Hobbit has a ton of information. Hobbit is hearing all of that movement right here. We'll see if that triggers any sort of rotation from the CT side. They heard him pull back. Now, Robs, being Robs, will obviously stay as close to possible to that spot. Maybe grab a kill, but he loses the exchange.
Wow. Taking that risky fight as well through a smoke.
NaVi has support on the short side. They get out. Miss shot. Shiro smoked off. And NaVi only gets away with damage. This one could get weird. This one could get complicated. Kill for Buster, but Brokey and Rain with the reply. And now it falls to Rain. A long way away is Axel. So far removed from this round. And so Rain has a 1v1 into the site here. He is a 1v1 on Hobbit. He's getting backstabbed, but Axel's going to move quickly. And so Rain has the advantage.
10 seconds.
Hobbit taps the bomb, doesn't have a kit, prompts a bit of spam. Rain's coming around to check this. Hobbit gives up that he's not on the bomb. And so Rain knows the time is on his side. The experience shining through. And Rain closes it out in style.
A 3-on-5. Just as you prophesized, Harry, just as we've seen all series for Cloud9, they cannot close.
The backbreaker.
Mentally,
that's it.
Yeah.
Breaks your spine in half. Look, I said they were committed. I said the positions were fully invested. NaVi was not in a position to play retake. And there was a disconnect between he and Buster. You could see the utility being used by FaZe were great. Molotov towards short. Buster is out of his position. Flash to CT spawn. And then they peek NaVi, who's now isolated. They've basically artificially created a 3v1 onto NaVi, and then they had the exchanges. This was never meant to be. This was Cloud9 with the perfect start to their CT side. Now FaZe pick up the pace.
Yeah, they're already in the A site. It's already lost Cloud9. You know, playing on the other side of these smokes, there is a gap for Shiro, but FaZe realized that. They re-smoke it, and he's even brought down low. The hope of accomplishing anything with these Deagles starts to dry out as FaZe entrench themselves around this bomb. Twist's even up on the boost, a very powerful position to hold. NaVi's holding for a swing from it, but he's got other angles to worry about. FaZe just don't need to overstep. They're not feeling the pressure here. They know that's all Cloud9, and
No kit.
Rain gives up one of these fights, sure, but that's the only one that's going to be taken. Carrigan trying to pressure CT. Doesn't even need to do this, but that's just how confident he's feeling. Hobbit and Axel with a couple of kills in at the end, but there's no winning this round. They at least make it expensive, and that was the whole goal.
But FaZe have so much money. Rain is suddenly sitting at 11K prior to the buy. Twist has 8,000 as well, 9.3 for Robs. This is almost superficial.
I mean, dude, something that I think is wild is like, we talk about, and FaZe even said this themselves, like some of their biggest, advantages is just that they're never truly out of a round. They know how zero, by the way.
And they can feel it. Look at Rain running alone. Carrigan's pushing smokes. Even if it doesn't work out, it's a sign of the times. And FaZe want to slam it shut. Shiro does catch Rain on the cross. The bomb is in tow. Robs has a lot of space. Does Hobbit want to go through? This is a risky move to make. He's going to anchor down for now. Robs checks the corner. Hobbit wins his, though. There's no flash to get him out. He's just got to try and run, and Twist will not allow. Forget the plant. They know the kills are close. Twist is going to stick it. He's got there just in time. Cloud9 retaking and grouping through the donut in a 3-on-2. Another advantage they must win.
Yeah, if they can't win this one, if they can't win this man advantage round, this is it. Cloud9 are done. FaZe are on their way. They do deal with Twist, Brokey in the clutch, but that's been this guy's bread and butter.
And
Molly forces him off the angle. He's out of there.
Wow.
He can't even play for this one. So Cloud9, they do respond to one of these rounds. They move in, they retake, and they do it cleanly.
It's such a hard round to win if you are Cloud9 now. I want to put that message out there for people, for the fans of FaZe as well. One of the greatest quality of Carrigan.
Molly only stops the B-rush, but they're ready to go. If they get this pick, FaZe will speed this site. Shiro on the angle. Brokey hits the...
is on Axal's shoulders right now, and that pressure, that weight might be too much to bear. They're moving in through main. Oh, he's making it happen, doing everything he can to keep Cloud9 alive a little longer. There's a sign of life. He's given them a chance. It's down to the rest of the squad now to finish what Axal started. Brokey dead crossing. Hobbit on the scene. The bomb away from FaZe. And Rain in the clutch, getting wrapped through middle. Time's the only thing he's got, and even that is gradually turning against him. Looking for a fight. Looking for something to tip the scales, but NaVi locates him, sniffs him out. And they do good on Axal's promise. That is such a mow-down. Just that moment, right? He is the man for the job. He is the one that you need and want to entrust to put up those multi-kills when it is demanded of him.
Look, there is a reality in Counter-Strike. In any round, you're not always set for success. It is how it is. Some rounds, you have the number against you. Some rounds, you have the wrong gamble. You have the wrong read. This was the Cloud9 situation right here. They were 4v5. We talked about Shiro losing the edge to Brokey, and then what did? They stag V with 3 players. But hey, this is how you get historical wins. By having one player just turning the tide of a round where he's got no business winning. Axel was supposed to be immediately traded. We saw Carrigan, even with the crouch jump, to make sure the crosshair was going
of the puzzle, and Carrigan's going to slot it in place. Nice shot.
Man, if he can be the one to open this, if Carrigan can be the one to turn the tides, God only knows what that does for FaZe. He's been quiet in this game, has the captain. Having a lead from the shadows, a hell of a lot, right? Normally the first man gone in these rounds. But in this one, oh, how different it is. He gets that one kill that tips the scales, that opens up the B play. And FaZe deliver upon it.
They keep it nice and easy. They wait all round. They burn out every bit of util for Cloud9, and it's a smoke, a molly, and a flash. And FaZe just face forward.
And it's the importance of that entry kill, because Cloud9 had actually relatively correctly read the situation. They had 3 players on B. Just Hobbit was kind of peeking towards mid, but he was aware that this was just a ruse. There was no presence on middle. FaZe just wanted to send the signal, the message that they might be mid, but they weren't. Cloud9 defense was in position, but at the end of the day, in Counter-Strike, sometimes it just comes down to who clicks first on the head of the opponent. That's exactly what Carrigan did. And NaVi got on an island. Buster was behind the smokes.
Pause now for Cloud9. Groove with what may be some of his final words in this series if Cloud9 can't give us a second wind here. 4 rounds in a row, but FaZe have finally broken it.
Dude, I don't know. I do think it's actually important that, it's Carrigan that can open that round for them. I really do, because he's been quiet here. He's not needed to be super loud when FaZe are winning. It didn't feel like it was much of a problem, but he is someone who always bears his own performance in mind. He demands a lot of himself, and he's been struggling in this game. and then has to be Axal. And with this rune given up in red, it could all go downhill for Cloud9. Shiro deals with Carrigan. Axal traded. Twists with a double. He's looking for his second Intel Grand Slam. He's trying to be the difference maker, to find 15, to find match point, with so much on the line. Twist has answered the call, battled back into the 3-on-3. And now he sits, waiting for Rops's contact. Sure, Rops falls out of the round, but Twist is still a threat out behind the big box. Another on the tally. Twist is on a mission! 4 out of 5! One more to find. And these 1v1s have been where Faze thrive. Baits the shot. Nafany's moving in! But it's Twist! The man who could make history tonight! Looks to show up, an ace to find match point for Faze Clan.
Pro League on the line, Intel Grand Slam on the line, and Twist stands up and delivers for Faze Clan. Could you want anything else? Could a story be better for Twist?
I mean, dude, if he isn't already, this is going to cement him as the face of NA Counter-Strike in a big way. The most winningest player. Looking to take to the stage in all his glory. Where did this come from, Twist?
What an incredible second wave from Twist. And he had the words in the interview. Anytime someone put a microphone...
And it's bare bones buy for C9, no kit, no molly to stop this approach. They've got double nades, they go in early, and FaZe arrive right on time.
Yeah, they want to end this. They want to end this now. No more second chances for Cloud9. This has to be it. This has to be the multi-kill round of dreams, and it doesn't happen with Axal dead. That advantage with FaZe, they can feel this. That realization is starting to set in. That in a moment's time, they might have finally caught this elusive trophy that they've been chasing to find the Intel Grand Slam. Rain! Wow. The hammer's been slammed down by Thor himself. And now it's just Buster and Hobbit left up in this one, but they can't find a thing! Faze Clan doing it for! They pick up the trophy, and it just all starts to break down. They realize they've done it. Elation, that trepidation, that anxiety, that all subsides because tonight they are champions.
Over a year, 392 days since FaZe lifted the trophy back at Katowice. They take a Cologne, 2 grueling seasons of Pro League, a major to boot, and the Intel Grand Slam with $1 million on the line, plus the ESL Pro League 200K. That's a good paycheck for FaZe. What an unbelievable series, and what a valiant opponent. Cloud9 take them almost all the way, but it's Faze Clan who will be celebrating tonight.
Yeah, they walked through hell across their last couple of events, even in this grand final, but they come out the other side as champions. Battled, bruised, but leaving a legacy in global offensive right as the chapters close. Faze Clan, the champions of ESL Pro League Season 17 and the winners of the Intel Grand Slam!